Okay, so this is a follow-up about a week and 1 day after I got my Landroid L, which, as you can see over there, it is currently at work, unprompted by me. It just goes on its daily schedule and cuts about a half an acre throughout the yard. And hopefully what you can see here is the boundary between where the Landroid cuts and where it doesn't cut. The area on the right side hasn't been cut in about a week and a half, and the area on the left has been completely cut or taken care of, manicured by the Landroid L. So, basically the area that you're seeing here is the area that the Landroid cuts. And we had very, very heavy rain yesterday. We had very heavy thunderstorms, and the Landroid has a rain sensor. It will not leave its charging station when it's raining, so it didn't have the opportunity to cut yesterday, and because the grass got a lot of water, I'm sure it had the opportunity to grow a lot. But still, after about a week and a day, I am really happy with what the Landroid is doing, because if it continues the way it's been, I mean, obviously at this point, my only concern is reliability over the long haul. And I realize that I have to do some maintenance on the Landroid as well, particularly changing the blades the manufacturer recommends. But what I have here, it's cutting about half an acre, and this is going to save me about an hour a week of work. And I have the boundary wire laid out. So you may see some sections over there by the swings of higher grass, but that's because that's not inside the boundary that the Landroid is cutting. And just one other thing, hopefully you can see here, I do want to let it blend into the soil, but you can see the boundary wire. This is what controls where the Landroid stops cutting. It goes about 4 inches to the other side of the boundary wire, but this boundary wire here is laid out throughout the outer area that the Landroid cuts, and so it basically stays inside the area where you lay the wire. And I don't have them here, and I probably should put some, but there's little stakes that you use to hold the wire right against the ground. And according to the manufacturer, ultimately the grass will grow over the wire, which is important because, I have to cut on the other side of where the Landroid is cutting, on this side over here. And I don't want to have to worry about having my lawn tractor cut the boundary wire. So after a week and a day, so far so good. It definitely doesn't cut. It definitely doesn't leave the lawn the way the lawn looks after you cut with a mower. It's a little bit more variegated than that, but actually it's pretty good. So for example, if I cut the lawn on a Sunday, by let's say Tuesday or Wednesday, it's already looking a little raggy. This actually keeps it more uniform throughout the week. It's just that at any given point, the lawn's not going to look like a lawn tractor or a hand mower has just cut it. There are going to be highs and lows, but overall, it's kept to much more of a carpet look overall than, me cutting once per week and then 3 days later, it starts looking raggy again. So I will update again, because as I said, after a week and a day of seeing how it keeps the lawn uniform, I'm really happy about that. I would much rather have 2 or 3 Landroids cutting my 2 acres than me spending 4 hours a week cutting it. But I guess the next issue that is only going to be resolved with the passage of time is how reliable the unit is and how often you have to change the blades. So at some point, in the next few months, I'll update on that.